Me. Hello, everyone. Alan here, and I'm lopsided. That's annoying. I'm annoying. No, I'm here to do uh, the annoyed tag, and I don't know if you guys seen the meme going around. It's been going around for a while. The Irish are there's a it shows a picture of a Lucky Charms cereal box with a leprechaun on it. The Irish are up in arms about the abuse and use of the leprechaun to misrepresent the Irish people, and and the joke is that's all bullshit. The Irish don't get annoyed about anything, and they're not. Everybody's up in arms, except for all Erie, all Ireland. But I have a lot of books to hold up for you, and I like doing tags, so that's why I'm doing a tag on Saturday morning. I have the prompts here from MJ's channel. She was kind enough to tag me in this, and my answers here. Now, I thought MJ had created this tag. I think she definitely kicked it up. Her tag has already received almost like 450 views. But she gives Aaron Facer the credit, my good friend in Wales. So check out their channels linked below, and everybody else I talk about will be linked below. And I've already seen the tags. Brian at Bookish did this tag. Hannah did a funny take on this tag. Greg, another Bibliophile Reads, did this. I saw Big Al Does Books did a good version of this. And I just watched James at Quaint and Curious Volumes do a version of this. I saw, oh man, a few others too, but I'll get to it and other people below. So the first prompt is something about too many blurbs at the front of the book, right? Do publishers ever do things that you find annoying? And I'm kind of repeating what everybody else has said. You find it in Stephen King books a lot, in George or James Patterson books, but not too bad. I couldn't find one lately. Like here's If It Bleeds, as a Holly story in it, part of a Stephen King Holly group, and it only has like a page of blurbs. Even I pulled out my favorite Dean Koontz book, Dragon Tears, thinking it would have a few pages, and it does. This one does have like one page, then two, then here's page. So it has a couple, and here's even a James Patterson. We kind of fancy dancy here though with the opening, a lot of blurbs on there. New page and some more blurbs, and so I hear you on that. That's kind of annoying. Two, have you ever been annoyed by a spoiler? Even something as simple as somebody else telling you that there's a real great twist. And I don't get annoyed with spoilers too bad, but I will use the example of, for example, I read introductions to like big card books and classics like Milton's Paradise Lost and Don Quixote, or lately I just finished Moby Dick, and it has an extensive introduction. But like, I'm glad nobody spoiled Queequeg for me. Like, even told me, you're really gonna like Queequeg because I won't spoil it for you, but just how great humorous and stuff. People have. I relate to Caliban in uh, The Tempest. I'd like to play Caliban someday, but Anna Karenina has a great spoiler in it, and I'm glad nobody told me, or in my ignorance I never heard, or I never like researched it before I read. That's something I rarely do either. Like if I'm reading a book, I won't look on YouTube beforehand about any of the reviews or anything like that at all, unless I'm well. That's not part of the question. So yeah, there's a big spoiler in Anna Karenina that I didn't know about. I went, whoa! So that was a pleasure. Can't wait to reread that book. 3. Have you ever been annoyed by what you discovered in a little free library, a book sale, or a used bookstore? Tell us what you found and why it was so annoying. Well, I can't say I have. I found some really great things in free libraries. For example, um, this started me off on my great Lovecraft adventure a few years ago. I found this book in a free library in my Hollywood district in Portland, Oregon. Look at the gilded edges on it. It has like a embedded bookmark, like the Bible or something. Now, Criminale has a copy of this, and others do too. Uh, I think Greg has a copy, but that was from a free library. And then I love library book sales. You know it. I volunteer every year. This is twice a year. I mean, I used to volunteer at another local library when I lived closer to downtown. But where's my coffee? Ah. Okay, prompt 4, something about story collections. Yeah, when you volunteer at the Friends of the Library sale, they give you a discount coupon of $10 off, and they're already marked really low. I love library sales. 4, when it comes to short story collections, are you annoyed if there's a novella in the middle of the collection? Now, my answer is no to that. Stephen King is notorious for doing that, right? And some of his, I just want to hold up. Here's a After Rain by William Trevor. Is a collection. Brian at Bookish, my friend in Houston, has been trying to turn me on to William Trevor over the years, and I've yet to read him. But I do like. Here's an Alice Munro collection. She doesn't do it. I've Buddy read some stories with Shannon at Shannon's channel. So I do like short story collections, and I'm not annoyed by, because like when King does it, you kind of expect it, or you know it's in there. Gareth at Book Songs and Other Magic is going to do a Stephen King special coming up Tuesday this week. So mark your calendar for that. 5, deckled edges, beautiful or annoying. Now I have an old copy of The Magic Mountain, Thomas Mann. Love this book. I group read it a few years ago, but I have the John Woods translation up there. And when I reread it, which I want to do, I'll use his translation again. But this is, these old books have these old deckled edges. I don't really like them, but you can see I don't get totally annoyed about too much. I'm Irish. 6, other people's annotations in a used book or library book, annoying, or are you okay with it? No, especially in library books. Unlike James at This channel's new to me, so I don't know by heart quaint and curious volumes. If you mark up a library book, we're coming for you. But, I'm known for annotating my books, like my classic books I read, like Dante, Divine Commedia, or Ulysses, Finnegan's Wake, like that. But like I didn't do it to my War and Peace, which I've read twice. Anthony Briggs translation, big hard, thick ass book. Um, I marked on a bookmark in special notebook. Nor did I do it in my Moby Dick. But somebody I recently read and reread The Stranger, recently reviewed it, and somebody at YA marked this up in pencil and not too bad in marker, but boy, when they get it with a highlighter, it really annoys me. But it was funny sometimes to read her, I wouldn't call it annotated, but marginalia. Like she has one. Was it a nude beach? Here's what Camus wrote. She put her lips on mine. Her tongue cooled my lips, and we tumbled in the waves for a moment. When we'd gotten dressed again on the beach, Marie looked at me with her eyes sparkling, and this person wrote, was it a nude beach? She didn't get it, they just made love. So, and she made other naive comments. So that was humorous, but we've been annoying, yes. 7 is there a series or a collection of certain kinds of books, like an imprint, and changes are made, are you annoyed or okay with it? If yes, give an example. I don't have an answer for this. I assume the question refers to like New York Review of Books. I love that. I have several different books from them, or Penguin, that type of imprint. I don't know. Question 8. Do the decisions of characters in a novel ever annoy you? Share a book and what decisions you found annoying. Well, I've got a couple examples. One is a book by Seth Morgan, which is the late Seth Morgan died way too early, and I was intrigued to find out that Steve Donahue enjoyed this book. When we had him on the live show, I mentioned this book, and I'm going to turn Greg onto this book, he's never read it. Like I'm turning him on to this book, Shadowram. But how do you say you're turning Greg onto a book? He's already had the book, he just hasn't read it yet. So, but I think I really am going to turn him on to Homeboy. We're going to get to it sometime this year. But this is another book, Iggy and Confederacy of Dunces. A great favorite book of mine. I've read it numerous times. But Iggy, the decisions he makes, boy, what an adventure it takes you on, huh? I also have a copy of Shadowram here and some other Stephen King books. This is annoying. It's not a publisher thing, but sticker thing. Like, look at all the stickers from Thrift Books. Sticker over a sticker. That annoys me. Here's another one. I try to peel them off, and then I put them on my board with all my stickers. Or I have a cool solid wooden library cart I put stickers on. But onto the prompts. We're almost done. 9. Are you ever annoyed by how someone organizes their books? What do you find annoying? Again, I don't find how anybody does anything else different than me annoying. I find it interesting. For example, Caitlin at Bandy's Books organizes her bookshelves, and others do too, like The Book Chemist, if you're familiar with them. I went through Gravity's Rainbow with him a few years ago. And I mentioned Gravity's Rainbow because we're threatening to do a group read of that coming up maybe this year, definitely, maybe next year too. Anyway, I digress. Kate, like when they put all their books in color, I find that kind of cool. I think Mark at Book Time with Elvis does a bit of that. Do you, Mark? You don't really show your shelves too much, or if you do, I missed the video. Mine are just by author, or so like I have like all my Faulkner, and then with some other Southern writers and Civil War books together. Um, but yeah, other people. I think Gregor organizes his books very well with hardcover and then trade paperback, but he's got thousands of books. And I think he organizes his by height as well. Get that coffee. I think that leads us to. Do you have anything else annoying at all regarding books? And I answered that. I find it annoying when booktubers the volume is too low and you can't hear them. You don't need a microphone, like a podcast or a lapel microphone. I used to use a lapel microphone. I just use my camera mic now. And that is my advice for BookTube. Yeah, this is a good tag long, 16 minutes, my God. Like, subscribe, make a comment, I'll reply back to you. Name's Alan, I'm out of here.